Good morning, spiritual family. How are you? How are you all? Welcome to Unity of Charlottesville on this wonderful day of celebrating love. My name is Janice Gilmore, and I will be your celebration assistant today. And this gentleman, back from vacation, yay! Our senior minister, Reverend Don Lansky, will be speaking to us about love. And this lovely woman to my right, Blair Jones, our musical director, will be leading us in song about love. So we got lots of love going on today. We're going to start right away. Okay, Rhonda.
And praise singers.
And praise singers and our band of angels.
Everybody. Ready? I want you to sing along with us on that nice chorus. Just look at those words. Ain't it the truth? All right. 1, 2, 3. You might win a battle, you could win a race, outrun your rivals, come in first place. You could lose your center in the push and the shove, or simply surrender and tune into love. Love's not a contest, it's just who we are. Both the light and the shadow are at home in the heart. Beyond the struggle, there's music to play and songs to be singing at the end of the day. Love wins, love wins, all is well in the end. Love wins, love wins, love wins, all is well in the end. Love wins. Love knows no boundaries. It's the light in our eyes, familiar to all, universally prized. There's a world of compassion, and we're good to begin. We could just quit fighting and let love win. Love wins, love wins, all is well in the end. Love wins, love wins, love wins, all is well in the end. Love wins. When we're up against too much to ask, when we lose our resistance at last, and we realize love's got our back, love wins. For everyone, great and small, we are lifted as we fall. Kindness conquers all. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. All is well in the end. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. All is
begins.
Well, today is the third day of Advent, so and the theme for today is love. So I'm going to light the Advent weeks. The first week was hope and faith. The second week was peace, and today we light the light for love. We're going to talk about love today. We're going to sing about love today. Sometimes love takes a little while to heat up. So let's open with prayer. And you know, that's one thing that we can be certain of, that the light of love always does light in the end. And love always wins in the end as well. So we celebrate this Christmas season. We celebrate it with love. We open our hearts beyond all of the distractions and all the hustle and bustle and parties and all of that. We acknowledge the flame of love that is in our hearts, the flame of love that is our essential nature. We say that God is love and love is God. And so we celebrate that this morning. And we send forth love into our world wherever there is conflict this morning in Ukraine and in the Middle East. We celebrate a movement towards peace in Syria. And we pray that in this season of love, that peace and goodwill to all living beings becomes a real reality. We pray and then we affirm this in the nature and after the nature of the indwelling Christ. And so it is. Amen.
And let's share together our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God the good, omnipotence. And now it's time to stand and with a wave or a hug or a whatever you feel like saying hello, however you feel like saying hello. Time to share in the love with each other.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Say hello to someone you've never met before. Move around the room. Have fun. Share the love. Yeah. Let's put our hands together. Come on.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Hi, Olivia.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. Happy
Oh, I think it is. I'm doing that thing where I was holding it too far away. Okay, here we go. Happy holidays, everyone. This morning in youth class, we are going to learn a little bit about Hanukkah, and that's thanks to Genevieve and her husband, and they're going to share some of the Hanukkah traditions. So if you're here for youth class, please join us in the back of the sanctuary after the blessing. And that's all ages. All the kids are welcome to join us for this special Sunday class. Bless you. All right, shall we see if there's any announcements here? All right, coffee and cocoa hour next Sunday, 9:30. It's going to be fun and quick. We're going to have some Christmas cookies and just talk about the upcoming year of events. And let's do our blessing together. Children, Uniteens, YOUers, teachers and parents, you are special and important. Thank you. You look so pretty.
So we have opportunities for transformation. Done.
So first of all, next Sunday is our annual Christmas service, the Celebrating the Christ. Maria Stein has asked me if she can get some help right after the service to set up for the Christmas Eve service. That's our huge extravaganza service. Blair, do you want to speak about the Christmas Eve service?
We have a wonderful array of performers, musicians, and singers. We're going to have the Melachenko family, who are Ukrainian and have moved here, refugees here from Ukraine, who are very talented musicians. They're going to be joining us, the father and son on accordion, and the daughter on violin. And of course, Stevie will be here too. And we'll have Kate Tamarkin playing harp, as well as me. And of course, we'll have Blue on percussion, and Ty on bass, and Jim on guitar. And we'll be singing carols that you all know and you can sing with your whole heart. We'll also have special songs. It's going to be really an extravaganza, and it's not to be missed.
Woohoo,
So
yes.
it's 5:30
Yes.
on Christmas Eve, and right after the service next Sunday, we'll set up for that. So take about a half hour, so if we get some help. And then, of course, on the Burning Bowl ceremony is December 29th, and our White Stone ceremony on January 5th.
Yes, and as we just shared hugs with each other after the service, you're welcome to do some more hugging, but there will be no hug meeting today.
There is fellowship, though. So
There is fellowship.
And Cindy, you want to come up and talk about your workshop today?
Good morning, everybody. So Ellen and I invite you to join us at 1 o'clock in the large classroom downstairs. We are going to find our resilience with some EFT tapping and some Eden Energy medicine as we continue to navigate a lot of the feelings we may be having about the pre-election, the election, and post-election. So an opportunity to connect and release some angst perhaps, and reconnect with your divine center. So welcome.
Thank you. That's over here.
Kirtan, our next Kirtan will be Saturday, December 21st from 2 to 3:30.
And the men's group will meet next week. They've changed their time, so the guys are going to be meeting downstairs in the fellowship in the large classroom right after church next week.
And we have an art salad happening. A group of artists have come together and they're sharing all of their works downstairs in Fellowship Hall. Take a look during fellowship. Enjoy. And you can sign up for text alerts by calling the church office.
And Patricia is doing a winter meditation retreat on February 1st. There is a cutoff, I think, an early booking discount by January 19th, so that'll be a full-day workshop. She's done 4 of them already, and everybody is kind of raving about them that's been, so we look forward to that.
And as always, we have our Healing Half Hour every Wednesday, 6:30 to 7 p.m. on Zoom. Join us, please.
And I wanted to thank Terry and Peggy for last week. You did a fabulous job while we were away. Thank you so much, you guys. And
Yay! Woohoo!
Praise Singers and Blair, it was just a beautiful, beautiful service. And also welcome everybody online. We didn't do that, so welcome everybody who's watching online. We do have a special presentation this morning, and I'd like to invite Shirley and Daniela from Bridgeline to come on up.
Follow me.
Yes, right. Wend your way up. Watch the wires and things.
I'll just stay up here afterwards to talk about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I am Shirley, and I am on the tithing committee, and we are honored to have Daniela Pretzer here today from Bridgeline, who is our tithing recipient for this quarter, and I'm going to leave the time for her to tell you a little bit about who they are and what they do, a wonderful organization.
Thank you so much, Shirley. And thank you for reaching out. She didn't know anything about us, so she found us, and I really appreciate that. So the Bridgeline serves adults, people with brain injuries. And what we typically think of a brain injury is a traumatic brain injury, a car accident, coming back from war, NFL. This is what we think of. But I think everybody knows somebody probably who had a stroke. Also people we're serving who had a brain tumor, encephalitis. We now also serve people, we work together with a shelter for help in emergencies, so people who have home violence, got strangulated, thrown against the wall, and so on. So drug abuse, long-term causes of brain injury. So these are all the people we're serving. And we have doing this with 3 programs. We have a residential program where people live in, or they live in their own homes and kind of associate for meals, for outings, game night, so that they have a community. Because people with brain injuries typically find themselves very isolated and have no social contacts, and we're the safety net for them. Then we have a case management program where people are being helped, and we connect them with other services that are necessary, service providers, or we help them directly creating a budget or helping them with transportation and so on. So anything they need, we do it, or we know somebody who can help. And then lastly, we have a pre-vocational day program where people can learn or relearn skills that they might need just daily living, or to ideally to find a paid position again, a part-time job or volunteer job. And all this, we're looking at a person as a whole, not only pieces of a person. So that's why we try to help people in any area that they possibly need. And so we're the only ones who are doing this in Charlottesville and 10 surrounding counties we serve. So, and I really do appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And on behalf of our congregation, thank you. Thank you.
I cry so easily.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just stay up here a second. I just want to say something that is unrelated to Bridgeline. You know, we had a toy lift that was remarkable this year with the donation of toys. My car was just flooded every week. It was amazing. And the event yesterday for 2 hours was the actual filling of the wish lists. And I had 10 volunteers, 4 of which were under the weather or had good reason they couldn't make it, myself included, due to a family emergency. I want to honor, really, the 7 people that held up the net yesterday at Toy Lift and did the joyous work of filling wish lists. And just so I didn't miss anybody, I'm on it here. Brigitte with Serenity and Ty, Buddy and Ellen and Denise, and Don King. I think you were the first one I ran into with crying my eyes out. So if you would all stand, I'd like to give you a round of applause. You did a wonderful job representing unity, as you always do. Thank you.
Thanks so much. And thank you, Daniela. You're welcome. And just to remind you,
brochures out there on the
Okay, yes, so Danielle says she has brochures on the table outside in the lobby if you'd like to know more. And I want to just remind you that Unity is a tithing church. So we tithe 10% of everything that comes in from any source out. And generally we're tithing to our parent organizations, Unity Worldwide Ministries and Unity World Headquarters. But we take a percentage of each tithe every month to set aside for some community organizations. So that's what Danielle and Bridgeline are recipients of this morning. It's because of you all, so thank you.
And let's share together our mission statement. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world. And it's time to sing again.
One, two, three, go.
That would be my perfect Christmas day. That would be my perfect Christmas day. Let's sing that part with us when it comes around. My grandsons came into my room. The morning was barely light. They said, get up, Mimi. Santa brought his sleigh last night. Well, there must be a million presents scattered all around that tree. Plenty for us and for Mom and for Dad, but one thing I didn't see. I'm a little bit worried. I don't think you got a gift. If you haven't been bad, then how come Santa left you off his list? I said, boys, you're sweet to worry. My behavior has been okay. But Santa knows what I want for my perfect Christmas day. Instead of a toy train, I'd have people all hand in hand, voicing up in harmony, singing all through the land. And those in charge would listen till everybody had their say. Now that would be my perfect Christmas day. My perfect Christmas day. That would be my perfect Christmas day. Instead of a shiny bike, I'd have a family back together again, knowing that a little forgiveness could let the love back in. The bitterness would leave, the respect and the trust would stay. Now that would be my perfect Christmas day. Instead of a baby doll, a father would find his child. He'd apologize for the choices he made when he was burned up young and wild. And from that moment on, he's just a phone call away. Now tell me, wouldn't that be the perfect Christmas day? Instead of a playhouse, everybody would have a home. Generations together, nobody left alone. The young teaching us how to laugh, the old showing us the way to pray. Now that would be my perfect Christmas day. Oh yeah, 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 that would be my perfect Christmas day. My perfect Christmas day. That would be
Well, three brothers were discussing the really expensive Christmas gifts that they got their elderly mother for Christmas. And Michael, the first brother, said, well, you know how Mom's always complaining that she can't drive very well, so I bought her a brand new Lexus along with a chauffeur to drive her around. Jeremy, the second brother, said, well, you know how Mom's always complaining about her house, so I bought her a penthouse apartment, a huge penthouse apartment. And Lucas, the third brother, said, well, you know how Mom always complains about not being able to read the Bible very well because of her poor vision, so I got her a parrot who can recite all of the Bible verses perfectly. So 3 weeks later, the three boys got a letter from their mother, and it said, to my 3 dear boys, thank you for all your nice gifts. However, I couldn't use the car that Michael gave me because I'm too old to go out anymore, and the chauffeur is mean to me. The new penthouse is nice, she said, but it's so big and I can't really clean it all, so I just stay in my room all day. And then she said, but Lucas, you did a fine job choosing your gift. I loved the chicken. Well, Patricia and I have a wonderful nephew named Gregory. And Gregory, some of you may have met him. He was here many years ago. He's 33 years old now. And Gregory was born with multiple disabilities. He has had countless surgeries throughout his life, just an incredible number of surgeries. He can't walk, so he walks by a wheelchair or a walker. He can't really speak. He has his own version of sign language, and he can make sounds, so he calls me Na. And he's intelligent, he's curious, he's funny, he has this wonderful memory, he has a great sense of humor. And Gregory is gregarious, actually, as well. He has a very outgoing personality. So he's met the conductor of the Portland Maine Symphony. He's met all of the hockey team, the Portland hockey team. He has appeared before members of Congress with his parents, as his parents argued for and advocated for people with disabilities. And every drum major in New England knows Gregory, because ever since Gregory was a little boy, he has been enamored with bagpipes. And so he's been to almost every Highland game there is in New England. He's been to the Edinburgh Military Tattoo, all over the place. But one of the things that Gregory loves most is opening presents. And he's fortunate to have lots of aunts and uncles and cousins who give him loads of presents on his birthday and at Christmas as well. And he tears into them like a man who's wandering in the desert without water and has finally found a clear spring. He just goes kind of drunk with opening up these presents. I actually think that Gregory likes opening the presents more than he likes the presents himself. So I call today's message Love Presents, or Love's Presents. And who doesn't love presents at Christmas, you know? Have you heard about the man who was converted from Christianity to Buddhism? And so when December rolls around, he sits under the Christmas tree, wraps himself in wrapping paper, and lives in the present. I know, that's bad. That's really bad. I know. I could not resist. All right. We do love presents. We love giving them. We love receiving them, especially this time of year. But there are lots of distractions, as you know, that kind of take us away from the spiritual and the relevance of Christmas, the metaphysical relevance of Christmas, which at heart, I think, is embodied in the song Love Came Down at Christmas, which we'll sing a little bit later. Because at Christmas, we celebrate the birth of Jesus, but we reflect on what he brought into the world with his words and deeds, what he represents as the ascended Master Christ Jesus. And we really could say that Christmas is all about the presence of love. It's all about love's presence. And this is what the third week of Advent is about, the theme of love, to deepen our understanding and of God's unconditional love manifested in the person of Jesus Christ, to embody the love of Christ in our relationships and in our interactions with others. And so the invitation for the week of Advent, the invitation for this week, is for spiritual truth students to reflect on the theme of love. What is love? To be inspired to be and extend more compassion, more forgiveness, more empathy to those around us, embracing the transformative power of love for ourselves, for our neighbors, and for our communities. But the power of love is so much greater and cosmic in scope. Charles Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, wrote in The Dynamics of Prayer, the love in divine mind is the idea of universal unity in expression. Love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it. Binds together in harmony the universe and everything in it. That's pretty big. And Ram Dass said, love holds the universe together. Love is the emotion of connection and merging. Viewed from the soul, the world is a manifestation of love. Love is the glue, the transfer of energy between form and formless, matter and spirit. So it's really interesting to consider these statements in the light of modern science. Our Milky Way galaxy is a gravitationally bound collection of stars swirling in a spiral through space. And based on the deepest images obtained so far, it's one of 2 trillion galaxies, right? 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. And many scientists say that we've only been able to observe 5% of the universe. The rest is dark matter, dark energy mystery. We don't know what it is. So groups of galaxies are bound into clusters of galaxies, and these are bound together in groups of superclusters of galaxies. And the superclusters are arranged in immense sheets stretching across the universe, interspersed with dark voids and lending the whole a kind of spiderweb structure. So in October of this year, an article came out in Popular Mechanics and was reported in other places as well. And the title of the article was, "Our Galaxy is Being Pulled into a Basin of Attraction." So basins of attraction are areas in the universe of increased or dense gravity that bring about or attract a concentration of other galaxies and clusters of galaxies together. And it's really difficult I know it's difficult for me, it's difficult for human beings to comprehend the immensity of what we're talking about here, right? So, you know, you can see the Milky Way here. This is where we are in the Milky Way. The Milky Way contains 100 to 400 billion stars. It's about 100,000 light years across, and 1 light year is 5.8 trillion miles. But the Milky Way is part of the Virgo supercluster, which stretches 110 million light years and contains 2,000 galaxies. So this is the Virgo supercluster. If you wanted to travel across the Virgo superstructure at the speed of light, you would just about be wrapping up your journey, which started during the Cretaceous period on Earth 145 million years ago. So think about all the frequent flyer miles I do. And all of this is contained within an even larger cosmic neighborhood called the Laniakea supercluster, an immense cosmic web that stretches 500 million light years across. It contains 100,000 galaxies interspersed with streams of dark matter and gas. And at its heart is something that's called, scientists are calling, the Great Attractor. This is a gravitational anomaly that exerts a gravitational pull on nearby galaxies and pulls them all together. It's estimated to be the equivalent of tens of thousands of galaxies in mass and have a diameter of 300 million light years. But wait, there's more, right? The Popular Mechanics articles reported on an international team of researchers that discovered that Laniakea is actually part of an even larger basis of attraction called the Shapley concentration, or the Shapley supercluster. And the co-author of this study, R. Brent Tully, was from the University of Hawaii, said that the universe is a giant web with galaxies lying along filaments and clustering nodes where gravitational forces pull them together. The universe, he said, he said that just as water flows within watershed, galaxies flow within cosmic basins of attraction. So all of these things are little galaxies kind of strung together. So isn't this a lovely idea? that the universe is held together by cosmic basins of attraction, which metaphysically we recognize as the power of love, right? The glue of the universe that binds in harmony all things is the power of love. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science and the science of mind, said that energy is eternal. The stuff out of which all forms made is indestructible. In this vast change we live in, the flux and flow and ebb and tide of evolution, there is a constancy, a consistence. There is in the midst of the movement something which does not move and yet which moves all things. In unity, we call this the power of love, or love's presence. And don't we know when love is present? Can't we feel it? So what Jesus revealed to us at the core of his teaching, I think, is Christ in you, the principle of divine sonship and divine daughtership that is your personal unitive relationship with the divine. And since God is love, this personal unitive relationship between the God of your understanding and ourselves is really a revelation, a direct experience of divine love, the power of love, love's presence. And our primary task as truth students is to awaken to love's presence. That's the invitation of this third week in Advent, and I believe it's really the invitation of Christmas. You know, in the very first paragraph of the Course in Miracles, it says, the Course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. And I love this idea that our primary job on this earth plane is to remove the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. That's our job. Because love's presence is our natural inheritance. It's within every one of us. It's one of our 12 powers. Love's presence is always present. There's no spot in time or space where it's not present. That means there's no such thing as the absence of love. That's kind of difficult to wrap our heads around. What if there is no such thing as the absence of love, only the frustration of it? That there's only a case of, as Jesus put it metaphorically, of hiding your light under a bushel. So the passage in the Course in Miracles goes on to say that the opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. In other words, in reality, there is only love, nothing else, just love. So as we prepare to celebrate Christmas, we can be so grateful for the birth of Jesus and his message of love as the greatest commandment. And of course, Jesus wasn't the only great soul to teach us about the power of love and the importance of the power of love. There's a story that Valerie Kaur tells about Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak is the founder of Sikhism. And the story goes that 5 centuries ago, halfway around the world, in the village of Punjab in India, there lived a young man named Baba Nanak who was deeply troubled by the violence all around him between the Hindus and the Muslims, even back then, 5 centuries ago. And so one day he disappeared on the bank of a river for 3 days. There are other stories about Guru Nanak that said he actually drowned. He was actually in the water, in the river, for 3 days. But Valerie says he was on the bank of the water. People thought that he drowned or that he was dead. But Nanak emerged on the 3rd day with a vision of oneness of humanity and of the world. And this vision threw him into a state of ecstatic wonder. And he began to sing songs of devotion called Shabads, praising the divine within him and around him. So love made him see with new eyes. Everyone around him was a part of him that he did not yet know. I see no stranger, he said. I see no enemy. And Nanak taught that all could see this truth, that there's a voice inside of us that names itself as separate, but separateness is an illusion. And when we quiet the chatter of our minds through music and through meditation, through chanting, the boundaries begin to disappear. We are part of one another. Joy rushes in. And long after the moments pass, we can choose to remember the truth of our interconnectedness, that we belong to one another. So if the gift of God is love, if God is love, if there is only love, what if one of our most important jobs as truth students is to see everything either as an act of love or as a call for love, right? And that would require us to be awake to love's presence, to allow it to express in and through us, through our thoughts and through our words and through our actions. It would require us to be awake to love's presence regardless of what anybody else says or does, and regardless of outer circumstances and conditions. And it would require us to be awake enough to recognize that when someone behaves badly towards us, or when we're confronted by a challenging situation, it's not the absence of love, but the frustration of love's presence, the blockage of love's presence, and perhaps even a call for love. So being awake to love's presence is kind of a worthwhile endeavor, don't you think? Especially at Christmas time. So in a moment, we'll have a song and then a brief meditation, and then you'll have the opportunity to come up and to decorate our Christmas tree. We had a lovely service of remembrance this past Wednesday night, and one of the ceremonies that we do during the service of remembrance is that we write the name of a loved one on a gold or silver star, and then we hang it on the tree. And that's our way of remembering and honoring our loved ones during this holiday season, which we know can sometimes be a sort of bittersweet time. We also have a menorah here for Jewish members and Jewish family. So that's our invitation to you. Did everyone get a silver or gold star when you came in, and a felt pen? Raise your hand if you didn't get one, and our ushers will come around. So there's someone over here, and there's someone over here, Jane. Just keep your hands raised. You can even take more than one star if you like, and you can also write the name of more than one person on a star. And this is someone who maybe has passed, maybe has died and can't be with us, or maybe someone who lives in another part of the country or another part of the world, and you just can't be with them this Christmas, and you just kind of want a reminder. That's how we decorate our tree, and it will be with us through the remainder of the holiday season. So we'll have a song and a brief meditation. During the meditation, I'll invite you to write the name of your loved ones on your star, and then come up here to hang your star. Now, we don't have much space here this year, so I want to really remind you to be extremely careful when you come up. There are wires here on the floor, over here on the floor. There are wires over here, and there's a narrow little space here to walk down. And this thing is really slippery, and it's just not a good situation. So if you come up here, just be very, very mindful and very, very careful, okay? So we want to invite our praise singers to come back up. Before we do this, I forgot one thing. Before we do our Love Came Down at Christmas, I've got a short movie I want to show y'all. So let's just get set up and get set up and we'll do that. You okay?
Cheers, not so good. It's gotten rid of itself.
Okay. It's okay.
So now nobody's going to fall coming up to the tree because we've already had that.
That's right. We took care of it. All right. So if we could have the stage lights and the house lights.
Let's all send Jim some healing energy.
Hi Chris, it's Mum. Merry Christmas, Poppet. Another year has passed. I wanted to start this one by saying something I haven't said yet, which is thank you. Thank you for taking the time to remember me. After all these years. I can't believe you're going to be 30 soon. I wish I could be there to see how you've grown, to see what kind of man you've become. I know I would be so proud of you. So this is it, my last tape. I wish I could keep talking to you every Christmas, but it's time to say goodbye. Just remember how much I love you. Never forget that, okay? I will always be your mum. Before I go, let me tell you a story about the happiest day of my life. The day you were born.
Came down at Christmas. Love, oh lovely, love divine. Love was born at Christmas. Stars and angels gave the sign. Love shall be our token. Love be yours and love be mine. Love to God and all men. Love for plea and gift and sign.
So let's take a moment in silence now. And I really invite us to open our hearts to the expansion of love, the power of love. And as we think about the Christmas holidays, what a perfect time to think about our loved ones, both living and not living. When we think of our loved ones, we can feel into that expansion of the heart, the expansion of love. We can feel the awareness of love's presence. For we know that love is eternal. So I'd like to invite you with soft focus to take out your star and your pen and to write the name of anyone who comes to mind that you would like to remember or that you would like to honor or celebrate. And they will become our decoration for our living tree of love. If you would do that now, and after you've done that, when you feel comfortable, you can come up and you can hang your star on the tree. And just a reminder to be very, very careful.
Love be yours and love be mine. Love to God and all men. Love for me and gift and sign.
What a beautiful experience. Thank you, Don. And love. We thank the power of love. It's now time to give back a portion of all of the blessings we've received here this morning. Before we do that, I'd like to welcome anyone who's here for the first time. Is anyone here for the first time? Any first timers? Well, hello. Yes. Yes, thank you. It was a pleasure to honor you in Bridgeline today. Thank you. And welcome to anyone online who's here joining us for the first time. And if you're able, perhaps you'll join us in the sanctuary at some point. We'd love to see you here. So there are many ways to give here at Unity of Charlottesville. Online, text to give, the U.S. mail, remember that? And here into our butterfly net. Jane will be coming around with the butterfly net in a moment. And we just want to thank all of you for all of your gifts, your monetary gifts, your tithing of time, talent, all of it, because of our beautiful spiritual community. We stand here today, and we will continue to stand here today and be representative of the power of love. So let's together say our blessing of tithes and offerings. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And let's sing again.
We're going to give you a sneak preview of Christmas Eve with this song. And we invite you to sing along on the last chorus when it comes around.
A long time ago in Bethlehem, the Holy Bible say, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. While shepherds watch their flocks by night, they see a bright new shining star. They hear a choir singing now. The music seems to come from afar.
Hark now, hear the angels sing, a newborn king today, and love will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen to what they say, and love will live forevermore because of Christmas Day.
Joseph and his wife Mary came to Bethlehem that night. They found no place to bear her child, not a single room in sight. By and by they found a nook in a stable all forlorn, and in the manger cold and dark the little child was born. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a newborn made today, and love will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. Trumpets sound and angels sing, listen to what
and love will live forevermore because of Christmas Day.
So we just want to bless our love offerings and tithes, know that they do their good work in this community and in our world. And we say thank you to the givers. We know the givers and affirm that the givers are blessed. Thank you, God. Amen.
And we still have pastoral care. If you have a need, you can email Unity of Charlottesville or you can call the office.
And this is what they do. They do home and hospital visitations. They'll shop if you're sick or if you're in the hospital. They'll do food shopping. They'll give you rides to doctor's appointments. They do need advance notice to do that. So we, hopefully Kim can pull that together with our pastoral care team.
And our healing helpers will be meeting in the corner with PMH and Kevin. And Buddy is here down front for individual prayer. Thank you, Buddy. Thank you.
And I'd like to invite our board president, Greg Nelson, to come up. First, just to tell you, next week is our annual Christmas service celebrating the Christ.
And I just want to express my gratitude, the board's gratitude, Unity of Charlottesville's gratitude to each and every one of you because of our amazing fall fundraiser, which raised almost $50,000. So the love is permeating all over this place. Thank you all very much.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah. And there may be some little adjustments up and down for that. I think Denise, I think, is still kind of tracking it a little bit. So it may go up a little bit, down a little bit. But I think it's going up a little bit, from what I've heard. So thank you. So I want to thank everybody that's helped out this morning, Greg and Amy up in the sound booth, and we had our Jane and Peter and Barbara and Tamsin on our blessing team. Thank you so much. And of course, our fabulous Blair and all of our praise singers and music department here, our music team. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. And thank you all. So let's, just a reminder that there is no hug meeting today, but there is fellowship down through these doors. So hope you enjoy that. And let's stand and do our prayer for protection. And together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And let's awake to God's presence today and the presence of love. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah.